Good morning, guys. It is like the most peaceful morning I've ever witnessed. The moon was super bright. It's still up right now. And the sunset, or the sunrise, I should say, is really amazing. The camera does it no justice, but it is the prettiest sunrise I've ever seen. But we're sitting out here and I've been glassing a little bit. Haven't seen anything yet, but we're sitting back on that chop again. My dad has been sitting here for the past 2 mornings, and he's seen some deer, a few bucks. I think he's seen about 2 8-points. And so we're thinking there's probably a hot doe over here or something that they're after. So I'm set up over here now. I'm trying to make something happen. It is a beautiful morning, so that full moon, though, it worries me a little bit, but cause maybe they've been walking all night, but who knows? I don't really think they walked all night, but they might have. So we didn't really have a whole lot of pictures on this camera at night, so maybe they weren't night walking too much. But it's about I think it's about 35 degrees right now. East wind, which isn't the best for this spot, but it's not really terrible. So we're gonna grind down a hunt and see what happens. Hopefully we'll get lucky. Well, we've had a lot of action this morning. That feeder just scared the crap out of me. But basically what just happened, I'll back you up a little bit. But basically what just happened was I looked up and there was a buck standing, which I thought was a doe, to my right over here, and I looked it up at the binoculars. I was like, oh, that's a doe. So I get the camera, zoom in on it. Well, it was like a little buck. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Well, he goes back into the woods, and all of a sudden, when I turn the camera off, I hear a grunt. And I was like, well, dang. That sounded an awful lot like a grunt, so I actually hit my grunt a little bit just to see what had happened. Well, nothing really happened. Well, I looked back up, and where that buck came out, 2 does were staying there. I was like, okay. Well, he's probably chasing those does. Well, then all of a sudden, as I'm recording those does, I can hear him. He's grunting like every breath. And a doe bolts out across to the left and dives back into the woods. And he's right behind her. I mean, just following her. And I guess he went somewhere else. I guess he just didn't want to chase him anymore because those were the same does at the feeder. And I just watched them walk out into the chop right there. And I think I still see them now. Actually, I do. They're actually kind of running right now. They're way out there in the chop. They're not running. I thought they were just moving around. Yeah, they're on top. They're way out there on top of a hill in the chop, and they're heading to the west. So pretty cool though to see a deer rutting like that. I've never seen a deer rutting hard like that. I've shot bucks that were rutting before, and following those, but never heard them grunting and chasing like that. So that was pretty cool, and good to see that the rut is in full swing here in Florida. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is coming to an end. We saw that last buck right there. It looked like a decent 8 or so. Coming out of the woods over there. There's like a little patch of woods that he come running out of. And I looked at my binoculars real quick and I knew he wasn't nothing, really good. So I just got the camera on him and the wind picked up right as I got the camera on. And he did not like that at all, so he bolted across. But we are gonna climb down and get out of here. Not a bad morning, had a lot of action, so better than not seeing anything, so hopefully them bigger bucks will get on their feet and start moving. This spot is pretty hot right now. If those does stay in I think we'll start seeing bigger bucks soon, so we'll be back in the tree this evening, and then we'll see who we can get. Good morning, guys. We're able to sneak in another one this morning. It's really cloudy and overcast, and the wind is blowing like crazy. So the audio is probably going to be a little jacked, but they say bucks, move more in the wind, so hopefully they'll be on their feet today because these gusts are just insane. So it's about 45 degrees or so right now. Wind's blowing hard out of the north, which is pretty good for the stand. We're back in the chop again, and looking to get it done. So hopefully we'll get lucky and find the one we're after. There's 5 bucks out here.
They don't know it. Well, I don't know if I got that on the tag camera. Dad is actually on his way to pick me up. And that buck, I believe that I saw chasing the doe. Give me one second. That buck I saw chasing that doe, I'm almost certain it's him, came back out. I'm watching the video to review the footage to see how good that buck really was. And all of a sudden I look up, he's standing right there, like 50 yards away from me. And so I pick up my binoculars, I look at him, I'm like, okay, that definitely looks like him. And then he walks out. I'm looking at him. I get my gun, I put him in the scope. And like I said, it has to be 8 point outside the ears. This dude was outside his ears. I said, man, got him to look at me. He looked at me, ears pointed out, he's outside. I let him have it, and he is down right over in the field. I was worried about the shot, because I shot. Jake the sail, or tried to, and it catches. I'm freaking out, like this deer's running off. I felt like it was a good shot, but I wasn't sure. And now he is toast over there on the side of the hill. I'll actually show you guys. He is laying right there. No blood trail required. So Dad actually doesn't know yet, but I think I'll leave it as a surprise. Probably gonna climb down here in a minute. He told me he'd let me know when he gets close, so we're hasn't let me know yet. So awesome. I was kicking myself a little bit for letting him go and just being patient, because I couldn't get a good look at him when he come running through that doe, and I was trying to film, and I couldn't really film because of the wind and everything that was going on. The 5 bucks running out there, and he's running this doe. He actually mounted that doe while he was out there too, and yeah, man, it was crazy, and I just didn't feel comfortable. Couldn't tell if he was big enough, but he just came back out, and he was definitely big enough, and I definitely took my shot. I have no idea where he came from. He was just there. So, imagine the audio's not too great, so sorry about that, but got a buck on the ground, and we're gonna go see what he looks like in person here in a second. So it's one of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life, and the rut here has just been incredible. But yeah, we're gonna climb down out of here, and I'm shaking like crazy, but we're gonna climb down out of here and go see what we got. Well, here he is, guys. Nice 8 point, and he definitely is outside the ears. I definitely got that right, so glad to see that. But not a bad buck, and you see all the bark and stuff in his antlers and stuff where he's been rubbing up on trees and such. He's got moss in there and all kind of crazy stuff. Nice deer. They'll definitely eat good. And there's the stands right over there, so he didn't go far at all. A nice buck. I'm happy with him for sure. Like this morning, it was just so crazy with how he was running on. I literally watched him mount that doe out here in the field, and then never thought I'd see him again. And he came back, and I'm pretty sure this is him. Pretty sure it's the same buck. And it was almost as if he came back and picked up on that same trail and was going to find that doe again. I don't know, but knocked him down. He's not a bad buck for sure. A nice 8, and I'm happy with him. Pretty cool deer. Definitely my biggest Florida buck, and probably my second, or maybe even my biggest deer I've ever gotten. So he's a good deer, and once Dad gets here, we're gonna load him up and take him on to the house. Finally got everything packed up, got our buddy loaded up. Nice 8 point, got all the moss on him. He's a real cool deer. Plus, what I gotta watch him do watching them rut was really awesome. The story behind the deer makes it even cooler. So got all this stuff packed up and ready to go. We can actually get in here where we can talk. This wind is so brutal. Ooh. But finally got a buck on the ground, and that's actually only my second Florida deer ever, which is crazy because I've been hunting Florida my entire life. But finally getting another one on the ground. And the first one I got was with my bow, and it was just a little buck, but that one is my biggest and my second biggest buck probably, if not my biggest. I don't think he'll beat my 7-point, which I killed a few years back in Alabama, but he definitely is close. But awesome experience. I hope I got the shot on footage. I haven't looked at it yet. I have to go home and look at it on the camera, or on the computer I should say, and look at the footage. I don't know, because I clicked record of the Tacticam and it buzzes like twice and then it records. I don't know if, because he took a few steps in between that time, I don't know if that was enough time for that camera to start recording or not. I hope it was, but it was just an awkward situation because Dad was coming to pick me up. I was packing up the stuff, and actually I was watching the footage of that buck, just thinking, was he a shooter or not, looking at him, trying to figure it out. And I looked up and he was right there. 50 yards away from him. I ended up shooting him about 30 yards away from him, which was crazy. So we got him packed up and we're gonna head on to the house, and got a buck down in 2021. That's a good feeling and always a good thing to do. Always get you fired up. I was definitely a little shaky after that, but we're gonna get him home, get him gutted out, and get him in a cooler, and hopefully have some backstraps soon. So if you liked the video, guys, subscribe, hit that like button. Try to do videos like this a lot. Definitely gonna be doing more hunting videos always, and fishing videos, and even some turkey hunting this spring, so excited for that. But like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.